Look at that, man. Those guys are fully suited up. I need a suit. I haven't got any suit. I'm wearing my jeans. I'm crazy. Alright. I feel like we're moving again. 60 miles an hour. What's going on, guys? Cruising up. I think we're going for a ride to Harriman State Park. Hopefully it's open. We'll see if it's open, not sure. Gonna do something called Seven Lakes Drive, which is a place I haven't been up to since I was a kid. But if I remember correctly, these are really good twisties in there, especially for riding a bike, especially on a day like today. There you go. Yeah, you're gonna see people. Let's see. Let's see how many of us are out here today. Really funny. I could have swore I read a sign that said no parking on the side of the street as we were entering this. Was that like a mile of cars? I don't know. But there you go. Oh my god, there's even more down there. Holy shit. Man, I'm actually surprised they're letting them use the parking lots. You know? Passing by one of those parking lots, they had to put out the parking lot is full sign. And the rangers were like hanging out. But I guess you can't stop people from hiking, man. You know? People gotta get out, get their exercise. Can't be sitting at home all day. I've been starting to do my exercise. Been running. Been doing my push-ups. Crunches, yoga. I don't know, man. Good opportunity to get fit, you know what I'm saying? It's also a good opportunity to get fat, man. It's just so easy to sit at home and eat. You know? Yeah. What's going on, dudes? Yo! What the fuck, man? Holy shit. Ah. This is why I hate crowds. I'm literally sitting right in front of that dude and he almost drives into me, man. Crazy. Riding my bike. My Suzuki. Dude, I love this bike, man. I love this bike. I think for beginners, this is actually a perfect bike. Especially if you have a little bit of confidence, you know? Look at that. Ah, gorgeous. Yeah, this is the road I was just on. You know, there's a lot of questions about new bikes, new riders, what kind of bike do they should get. And I'll be honest with you, I was seriously contemplating a 250 for a long time. One, because it was a little bit less expensive than a 650. But two, I think the power, I was a little bit intimidated by the power of a 650 over a 250, especially since the bike that I learned on was a 250. Which, by the way, I don't know if you have these by you, but the MSC, the rider's course, is what I took. It was like $300 for a weekend, 2 80-hour days, Saturday, Sunday. And at the end, you actually get a waiver, man. So you're taking the test on the course, you get a waiver, you learn on their bike. So if you don't have a bike, you learn on their bikes that they have, these little, I wonder if they were Suzuki's. I think they might have been Suzuki's, but they were like 250s, man. More like cruisers or whatever. You know, so you learn on their bikes, and if you pass the course at the end, basically you're actually doing practical, you're doing classwork in the beginning half of the day, and then in the course on the second half of the day. And the course that you do in the second half of the day is the course that they test you on. So you already know the course when you're doing it, man. So if you can do the course while you're learning it, and you do good at that, then you should pass the test, man. And then you get the waiver, you go to the DMV, and you get your motorcycle license. You don't even have to do like a driver's course for the DMV. But that's up by me in New York, you know. I don't know how it is anywhere else. But I'll tell you, that was, I think it was worth every freaking penny, man. You know? Every penny. But, you know, so that's what it was. Like, I had that 250, I learned on that 250. And, I was comfortable with it. So I figured, alright, well, if I'm comfortable with the 250 here, then I should probably just get one, you know? But let me tell you, thank God I got the 650, man, because especially on the highway, if you're doing, look at stupid fucking people, man. Come on, guy. Do any highway riding, man. That highway riding, the 650 really is it. Hell, I don't want to say that I'm ready for a 1K, but you know, for the highway anyway. That's the other thing. This bike is light, man. This is a 400-pound bike. It's pretty freaking light for a new rider as well. I don't know how much the 1Ks weigh, but it's a light bike, man. You can whip it around. It's really comfy and really responsive. I mean, look at that, dude. Just up and go. So, you know, another thing is I was watching a lot of YouTube videos on this bike, and I was watching a bunch of guys, like experienced guys, you know, and you hear them taking the bike out for a test, and you just hear in their voices how happy they were with the responsiveness and the pep of the bike, man. It's like, if that doesn't sell you, I don't know what does. I was looking at this, the MT-07 and the XSR 700, and you know, one thing that really sold me on this bike was seat height as well, man, because the MT-07 and especially the XSR, man, the seat height is so much fucking higher. Well, not so much, but it's definitely higher, you know. Like, I was more in tippy toes, whereas on this one I could put my feet flat on the ground, and I was just a lot more comfortable with that. So that was just another plus for the Suzuki, you know. So that was really awesome, man. So that is why I chose this bike. Yeah, man, you know, that's the other thing. If anybody more experienced than me, I haven't even been riding for a year, man. I got this thing in August, last August. And what's it now, April? So yeah, not even a year yet, man. So I'm sure people out there got more experience than I do. They can give me some tips and tricks, you know, improve my riding. These are just my experiences, you know. And that's the whole point, I think, is to kind of like take you along, and if I learn anything, share it with you. And yell at stupid people. But yeah, man, you know, another thing that I think I learned, I'm getting more comfortable doing the lean. When I was first on the bike, I was sitting too far forward. So that was one. Definitely sitting too far forward, and so much more upright. Couldn't get the lean. Now my butt is like sitting further back in the seat when I'm actually leaning with the bike. The other thing is, like, I was trying to like sit upright on the bike, and it just doesn't work as well, man. Doesn't work. Yeah, and one of the things that that you'll hear people say is to look in the direction that you're going, and that's the direction you'll go. And not for nothing, but It makes so much sense. Like, you're like, yeah, duh, of course you have to look in the direction that you want to go, but if you're like, really, if you're looking around the curve, instead of looking straight at the curve, you look a little bit to where, like, the direction you want to go, and you kind of, the bike will lean that way, man. It's weird. It's just, it happens, you know? And the first time I felt it and experienced it, it was just like, it was like a light bulb moment. I was like, oh, okay. It's like, yeah, of course, look in the direction you want to go, you know? Yeah, it just feels so, it feels good, man. You know, you're like, oh, okay, I have control of the bike. That's it. You feel like you have control of the bike when you do that. You know, you're like, okay, I get this. Like, I'm controlling the bike. Look at that. Yeah. So yeah, I looked that direction. I went that direction. So really cool. Yeah, man. Fucking A. Oh, I passed that guy up before. Sweet. There we go. Here we are, back in the hood, my running route. It's part of my running route, anyway. Little pieces here and there, my running route. This just happens to be one of them. Back in the hood. And like I said, we had a good day riding today. I definitely had a good day riding today anyway. I don't know about you, but rock on, dude. Can't wait to do more. This was a lot of fun. So thank you so much for joining me today on my ride. Earlier today we went to the supermarket to buy some ham. And then we went to do some twisties. And now we're back home. So I will see you soon enough. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, have a good one. Yeah.